Get free gift cards, PayPal, and much more with feature points.
Hey, what's up guys? Commander Alex here, and today we're going to be looking at the new update 1.24 patch notes for Vainglory. So just kind of going through them, giving you my thoughts on them, showing you guys what's been changed, and yeah, just kind of an overall informational video here. So we got some news. Gonna go through it. First off, we have the new hero Flicker. Obviously, if you guys don't know that there's a new hero to come to the game, you obviously don't care that much about Vainglory news. If you want to find out more about him, I've already made a couple videos on him, as well as some videos about his teasers, so you can definitely check those out. And I do have a 1v1 coming either tomorrow or the day after. Everything's scheduled, so it's kind of an issue. All of his abilities are pretty simple. His ultimate allows you to AoE invis your team. His B is an AoE slow with damage on it. His A is a smaller AoE delayed route, and his heroic perk allows him to go stealth if he's in bushes, and he stays stealth when he walks out of the bushes for a little bit. So pretty simple stuff. Skins. Taka tier 3, oh yeah. So apparently for the first 10 days, he's gonna be on sale for 2,699 ice, but his regular price is gonna be 3,599. So I would definitely pick him up on that sale. That's a pretty hefty bit off there. Bakudo Ringo, you guys have been actually wondering why I haven't done a skin review for him. It's because he's actually still in development right now, or at least he was. And yeah, when he actually gets released, I'll be sure to do a skin review on him. He's going to be only available in the season chests, and he will be available with opals coming soon. So that's kind of how that's going to work. And then Starblade Glaive tier 2, which apparently was a complete disappointment to everyone, but he is going to be really cheap. So for the first 10 days, he's going to be 1,125 ice, and then even after that, he's going to be approximately 1,500 ice. So yeah, definitely cheaper, but you're getting a less awesome skin. So that's kind of how that works. New hero skins for the special edition skins. So we have the new Red Lantern Koshka, which is pretty much just Blue Lantern Koshka now. Pretty cool, and honestly, I think this is a pretty nice change. It looks good. Also, they added fireworks to our ultimate, if you were wondering. Killer Bunny Rona with that pink/purple looks super awesome. Have done a skin review for both of these as well, if you guys were wondering. And you're also going to have the Summer Party Curl and Summer Party Saw and Summer Party Kestrel skins added to the opals chest. So if you want to buy one of those skins, you can get them, and they're each going to be 250 opals, which is a lot, obviously, because opals are really damn hard to get. But, you know, just be lucky you can get them at all. So that's that. Rewatch, record, and stream your Vainglory gameplay. This is really cool, and I'm actually going to be starting a How to Be a Vainglory YouTuber series on my channel, where basically I just go through all of the other stuff that has to do with starting a YouTube channel for Vainglory, like, you know, how do you make a thumbnail for that video, or how do you make an overlay for the content that you just recorded in Vainglory, you know, how should you kind of do a commentary and things like that. So really awesome that they're adding it to the game, but if you guys do want to become kind of like a YouTuber, I'm gonna have that series coming. Also, I will be setting up a Dropbox that you guys can send in really cool clips that you get, because let's be honest, everyone's just gonna be recording like clips left and right, and there's gonna be so much cool stuff coming to the game. I'm really hyped for it. So how it works: if you go into your profile page, you're going to be able to click on this little thing in the corner. You can either record or stream. And let's read the details here. If you're using Android 5.0 or above, or iOS 10.1, the icon will bring up the recording menu directly. If you have iOS 10.1, the record icon will provide the additional option of stream. You can broadcast. I can't talk. You can broadcast to a growing number of streaming services that support Apple's Replay Kit technology. One of the largest of the current being MOBCRUSH. So if you're looking at streaming, that's probably where you're going to be going. And then once record mode is on, you have some different options here. You have microphone right there. You have camera, which is like your front-facing camera so that you can put a face cam in. And then you have the record button to press record. Also, when you press it, it becomes very small so it doesn't like take up screen space, which is nice. Part 2, rewatch your replay matches with free camera and slow motion. This is the coolest thing ever. Oh my god, this is going to be so cool for Vainglory content creators. I'm so hyped for it. You can watch your matches back in slow-mo or fast forward, in 3D, pan around, zoom out and zoom in. It's just, you guys have got to try it. It's super, super awesome, and I've told my editors that I really want them to start incorporating it into their montages and funny moments, so hopefully we should have some cool stuff coming to the channel with that. All right, moving on here, we have the autumn map. which is more or less just the standard Vainglory map. It has some like neat little things in here, but it's more of a standard map. It's not like the winter map where everything's white and stuff like that. Like it's pretty normal. Quest changes. Bot quests have been removed for players of all levels for real this time. Yeah, I don't really care about quests, let's be honest. All right, hero balance. This is the stuff I care about. Also, okay, we gotta read this. Kestrel is gonna be so freaking OP. Like CP Kestrel, I'm calling it right now, is gonna be goddamn broken. So let's just read through this. Weapon ratio down from 100 scaling to 140 to 80 scaling to 120. That affects weapon power, doesn't affect CP Kestrel, but obviously weapon power was strong, so that's, you know, good. All right, crystal damage changed from 40 to 200 plus 160% crystal ratio to 35 to 175 plus 170% crystal ratio. So an extra 10% crystal ratio on top of that, which if you get a lot of CP, definitely is better than the extra 25 damage that you get right here. So if you have enough CP, that's gonna be more damage. Crystal damage to minions has an extra 10% scaling and only drops by 10 CP damage. So again, like just a lot more damage if you build like any CP. And then here's the big kicker, active camo. Cooldown reduction from the primary impacted glimmer shot down from 2 to 1.5. That means it won't be up as often. But read this, damage changed from 120 scaling to 420 plus 220% crystal ratio to 100 scaling to 300 plus 270% crystal ratio. Like, come on. That's a regular ability that has almost a 300% crystal ratio that you can stack on top of each other and is activated by another ability that has a 170% crystal ratio. Even if you literally just had one, you would be doing, let's see, 170 plus 270, you're looking at 440 crystal ratio plus 475 CP damage on top of that, which is the base level 5 damage. Plus whatever the weapon damage is. Like, that's just so much damage, and you can stack your active camo. I will legitimately be surprised if you can't one-shot squishies in 1.24. Like, I'm not even joking. I feel like you will be able to sit in a bush, stack your active camos, have someone walk over, and with one glimmer shot, instantly kill them. Like, that, I think it's gonna be broken. I might be wrong, but let's be honest, math doesn't lie. Tell me what you guys think about that, because I'm not too happy about it. Anyway, we got Black Feather here on point. Burial health ratio down from 15 to 10%. He'll be a little bit, you know, less tanky. I don't know. It's a nerf, but it's not going to be like game changing, I don't think. Taka, cooldown from his perk down from 25% to 20%. Again, like it's a nerf, but it doesn't really matter that much, because like 5 key stacks, you're going to go from, instead of 125%, you're going to get 100%. So it's like, I don't know. Again, not game changing. Lance, base armor down from 35 scaling to 100 to 30 scaling to 86. Base shield down from 45 scaling to 100 to 30 scaling to 86. So yeah, he's much weaker, like just base stats wise, which is actually kind of important because Lance had really good base stats, which made him really freaking hard to take down. So that's going to be really nice. It's going to mean that he can't just freaking run all around the map and distract 3 people on the enemy team and still somehow survive. Githyan Wall crystal ratio, the passive damage reduction increased from 0.1% to 0.15%. Cool. I mean, let's be honest, who builds CP Lance, but it's cool if you want to do it, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'll give it a try. Libra, Bright Bulwark. Slow change from 80% decaying slow to 20% flat slow. That's really nice because, yeah, the 80% at the beginning just was horrible. You might as well have been stunned. And this ability now only slows while the target is within the bulwark, which is good. I thought it already did that, but maybe I'm just not reading it right. Curl Spectral Smite. Curl now has a 0.5% crystal ratio on his weakness stack's duration. Lifesteal per stack changed from 10 scaling to 12% to 10 scaling to 12.5%. Might have to do like a full lifesteal cruel troll build, like all, I don't know, all Serpent's Mask, or a full CP cruel. Just get weakness stacks in everyone and then no one does any damage. Could be kind of fun. Anyway, Glaive stats, base armor up from 25 scaling to 64 to 30 scaling to 86. Base shield up from 25 scaling to 64 to 30 scaling to 86. So nice little buff there overall, and that's going to be pretty nasty to deal with. Also, he has a little 0.1 extra % lifesteal on his Bloodchong stack. So yeah, that's actually, I would not be surprised to see Glaive become very, very annoying very, very quickly. Fortress, this perk now grants 1 point. This is actually really funny. They did it off of your move speed, not off of just a flat amount. So if you had different boots, you would get different move speed from his pack mates, which is like really funny and completely obscure, and no one even knew it. But apparently this perk now grants 1.7 move speed, and it doesn't change depending on what boots you have. So it's kind of funny. Most people bought War Treads anyway, which would have put you at 1.7 to begin with, but I mean, it's just, something to know. Gwen, base range up from 5.1 to 5.3. That's going to be really nice. Gwen had really crappy range, and it was actually really annoying to trade in lane with her because her Buckshot Bonanza did like nothing in the early game, but that got changed as well. Base weapon damage up from 65 scaling to 123 to 68 scaling to 132. Makes it easier to CS, I guess. It'll be nice. Boomstick, weapon ratio up from 40 to 50%. That's pretty nice. That's 50% extra or 10% extra weapon power on your empowered auto attacks, which you can have pretty often. I mean, let me put it this way. I'm going to do a full weapon power Turbo Gwen, and that's going to be an extra 100 weapon damage just flat on top of that. So that's going to be, it's going to be nice. It's going to be very nice. I'm actually really excited about that. And the Buckshot Bonanza weapon ratio up from 60 to 75%. Again, very nice. Gwen is looking pretty nasty. We'll see how she does, but I could definitely see Gwen being the only counter in the game to what I can only assume is going to be absolute cancer. Kestrel. Yeah, I'm talking about Kestrel. All right, moving on here. Where are we? Ringo. Twirling Silver. Bonus move speed changed from 0.75 to 0.75, scaling to 1. Nice. You get an extra 0.25 move speed at level 5. I guess it's nice. I don't know. No one really uses Twirling Silver for the move speed unless you're like chasing an enemy down, in which case, just, I don't know. I guess it's useful, but it's not going to be game changing. Hellfire Brewer, cooldown down from 110 to 90 to 100, scaling to 70. That's actually pretty nice. The sort of cooldown might bring CP Ringo back, because if you can get enough CP to where your Hellfire Brew can pretty much take someone out of a fight, and you can get enough cooldown reduction to put that on like a 35-second cooldown, that's pretty nasty. I don't know about that one. That could be, this could actually be something that brings Ringo back into the meta as CP. Ozo, 3-ring circus, heal per hero hit, crystal ratio down from 25% crystal ratio to 15%. So that's actually a pretty decent nerf there. Arrow bounce, the speed boost after the last bounce now has a weapon ratio of 0.75%. That's actually quite a bit. So for every 100 weapon power you get 0.75 move speed, which is like a good amount. That's like a really decent amount. And on top of that, the speed duration now has a 0.25%. Yeah, that's actually, you're going to be going pretty fast. If you get some, serious weapon power in Ozo, you could be speeding around. Also, Ozo now gains 20, scaling to 100, plus 15% crystal ratio, fortified health each time he jumps the takeoff before the bounce. So let's say, you have, let's say you have 1000 CP. That's obviously like a troll bow, but you can do it. So 1000 CP, that's 150 fortified health, plus 100. You're looking at 250 fortified health, and you can jump 3 times. So you're looking at on the order of 750 fortified health. That could be pretty cool. Baron, Porcupine Mortar. Fixed a bug where Baron's Porcupine Mortar was not applying as slow. I didn't know that existed, but that's kind of an issue. Yeah, good thing they fixed that. Oh, they nerfed Celeste. Damn it. All right. Primary impact damage down from 120 scaling to 320 plus 100% crystal ratio to 100 scaling to 300 plus 90% crystal ratio. So they knocked off 10% of the crystal ratio and nerfed her base damages. So that sucks. And then the minion damage changed from 120 scaling to 220 plus 25% crystal ratio to 100 scaling to 240 plus 20% crystal ratio. So again, they buffed it by 20 crystal at level 5, but they knocked off 5% crystal ratio. So overall, probably not worth it. And well, I guess if you get, yeah, most Celeste have more than 400 CP, so that's going to be a nerf in the late game. This is going to be a pretty big nerf as well. Overall, Celeste got nerfed, and that's probably going to drop her from the meta pretty hard. Bug fixes. Fix a bug where Stealth would override the reveal from Scout Traps and Celeste's Heroic perk. That kind of defeats the point of Scout Traps and Celeste's Heroic perk, doesn't it? Fix a bug where Samuel would be considered a melee hero. Yeah, that was actually really good for him. Fix a bug where Alternating Current could be triggered for 1 hit if it wasn't already armed, even if you sold the item. That's pretty funny. So you could like buy an Alternating Current, get the Alternating Current proc, sell it, then get like an Aftershock so that you had like the triple proc with like attention. But that'd be really funny. It's not in the game anymore, but it sounds fun. Change recommended items for Catherine and Baron. Cool. Celeste Solar Storm now properly deals 50% damage to non-heroes. That's good because it was really messed up. Removed outer turret range damage reduction from Celeste Hero Genesis. Ooh, this is a big one. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, because Celeste has a range that's larger than the turret's range, you actually have way less damage, or you used to have way less damage with your Heliogenesis if you stood outside of the range of the turret. Now, you deal full damage to that turret. So if you get alone with the turret and you have enough CP that you can, chew through that barrier, you can take out turrets. That's actually pretty OP. That's going to be really good. Fix some tech and yeah, I don't care about your text inaccuracies. And then wallpapers. They have all the wallpapers. So if you guys want to download them, you can go to the Vainglory game site and get them here. And then I'm also starting to make like a large Dropbox file of all the different hero splash arts so that people can download them as they need them for thumbnails if you're going to be a YouTuber or something like that. So yeah, they got Red Lantern Kashka, SE, Killer Bunny Rona, SE, Bakudo Ringo, SE, Shiro Cage Taka, Tier 3, Sorrowblade, Glaive, Tier 2, and Flicker. Not fucker, Flicker. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.